social media as a way to connect, but now it's breaking apart itself. That's something called social media fragmentation. I'm Dr. K, a political scientist who looks at how information is shared, and 2025 is going to make my job a whole lot harder. There are different rules now in different countries. Australia plans to stop kids under 16 from using social media without permissions to protect their mental health. In the US, we know all about the TikTok ban looming because of fears the app is handing over data to China. Other countries like India have already banned it, and this forces people to find other apps to use. In the EU, there are rules to control fake news and make companies share how their algorithms work. This means social media in Europe may look different than in other parts of the world. There are also changes in platform rules. In January 2025, Meta, which controls Facebook and Instagram, decided to stop fact checking political ads, making it easier for fake news to spread and harder for people to trust what they see. Social media is no longer a place where everyone comes together. Instead, it's creating groups of people who only talk to others who think like they do. For example, in the US, people with different political views use different platforms like Truth Social or Rumble. And of course, there are different apps for different ages. Younger people are using TikTok and Snapchat, while older people stick to Facebook. Countries are also getting involved, making their own social media platforms. WeChat in China or Ku in India. We're seeing regional platforms created, decentralized networks like Mastodon or Blue Sky that don't have one central owner. And smaller communities are being created with more specific groups. There are also so many different types of content. Just one example is that younger people are focused on short videos and disappearing content instead of apps where posts stay up forever. And on most of these platforms, we are seeing more AI driven content, giving users what they like, keeping them online, and creating confirmation bias. There are good things about these changes. How many times have I been thankful that my youth wasn't captured on social media? Disappearing content isn't a bad thing. And it's not only about personal regret. AI is scraping the web and learning from our social media mistakes, creating outputs that might mirror some of the stupidest things ever said online. More local control means countries can make rules that fit their needs, like protecting mental health, or stopping fake news before elections, or when there's a national security threat. But there are drawbacks. And I'm not talking about how social media managers need to work overtime now to tailor content to different platforms. I mean, really bad things, like the creation of echo chambers, leading to increased polarization. People become less tolerant and foster dangerous ideologies rooted in identity politics. There's an increased disinformation risk also. More fake news. If companies like Meta stop fact checking, it'll be easier for false information to spread. The lack of a shared informational foundation can lead to divergent realities among different user groups, making it hard to address societal challenges collectively. The shift towards fragmented social networks can also have a detrimental effect on mental health, with the heightened feelings of isolation as face to face interactions decline in favor of online connections. This can lead to anxiety and depression, particularly among young people. Being human is about shared experiences. And as social media becomes more fragmented, there is an erosion of this shared experience. Common cultural touchpoints are replaced by niche interests that may not resonate beyond specific communities. The collective societal experiences are lessened, and this reduces opportunities for meaningful interaction. Let me know in the comments why you're here: to learn new things, to interact with people, to get news, and which platforms you think are the best. I'm Dr. K.